Owen, we're coming to the end of your first season at Manchester United. How do you reflect? Because it could of course end in spectacular fashion.
Well, so far we've put ourselves in a good position. That's what we set out to do, and that's the reason why I came here. I thought Manchester United was a club where you could achieve great things, and obviously the league was one of the biggest goals that we had with being defending champion, and Champions League was a big one as well. So we're still in a good position. We've put in a lot of work to put ourselves in a position to. We just really need to put on the finishing touches, really.
You signed, I think, as a midfielder, but you've been playing a lot at fullback. How do you find that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think most of the games I've played this season have been in midfield, but we've had some injuries of late, and I've been playing right back. So yeah, that's fine as long as we're successful. I said that before. I said it's not about individuals, it's about the club. And I said if we can be successful as a club, and if that means playing right back once in a while, or central midfield or right wing, then then I'm happy to do that.
There's a lot of rivalry for midfield positions. There's yourself, there's Michael Carrick, there's Paul Scholes, of course, the old man.
Well, there's some. There's some fabulous players all across the pitch, and we've got great balance within the team. And it's just about what works in a specific game. Every game is different. Every formation is different, and we just try and set up the team, like I say, so we can win the game.
Can I take you through the week that you've had, starting with Chelsea last weekend? A chance to win the title at Stamford Bridge. How did you approach it?
Well, I think obviously we had the Barcelona game from the midweek in the back of our head. We played at Nou Camp 0-0, so I think the boss had rested a few players with obviously the second leg on Tuesday to play for. So we played a bit differently than possibly everyone had expected us to, but we still had a very good team out, and first half performance probably wasn't very good, obviously, and I thought Chelsea looked strong, played really well, and second half we made some changes and did some things different, and thought we gave a good account of ourselves, but to lose the game was obviously disappointing.
Did you go there half thinking, well, we can afford to lose and still be reasonably comfortable in a title race?
Well, I think every game we set out to win. That is the main objective. We never play for a draw or for, we go out to win the game. And obviously Chelsea played well, especially in the first half. I thought Drogba was very difficult to defend, especially early on. When he's on that form and he plays that physical, then he's very unplayable almost.
So then you had the Barcelona game to come. What was the conversation in the dressing room after the Chelsea game? Was it immediately minds on to Tuesday night?
Well, obviously I think there was a lot of disappointment and definitely frustration as well, especially with the way the game went, to come back, get it to 1-1. Had some counter-attack opportunities which we didn't really capitalise on. If the final ball would have been better, we possibly could have scored a second. And then obviously the penalty and some poor decisions, I thought, throughout the second half, really. And it had a big effect on the outcome of the game. So there was a lot of frustration, definitely, after the game, and I think people saw that as well. But I think that just shows that we care, and that we wanted to win that game, and we didn't. So the dressing room was quiet, a lot of frustration. But I think after about 5 minutes, everybody realised that we had to get focused on the next game because we had a big one against Barcelona.
Come Tuesday night, 13, 14 minutes in, a spectacular goal from Paul Scholes.
Well, I mean, everybody who knows Paul Scholes knows he's capable of those strikes. I think he scored about 4 of them today in training, actually. So, great striker of the ball, and hasn't really had the opportunity to score goals from distance, possibly with teams defending so deep against us, I think. So, great opportunity and a fabulous strike.
It seemed, watching from afar, that United had to hang on a little bit at the end. Is that how it felt actually playing the game?
A lot of people said that to me, actually, but I didn't feel that at all. I just didn't feel that Barcelona could score really at any time. Obviously there were a few chances, a few close moments, especially really towards the end, where they played over the top, and Bojan, if he takes a good touch, he definitely has a good chance of scoring. But I just felt we defended very well over the 2 legs, and I thought the discipline, the shape of the team was really exceptional against a fabulous attacking team. And I just thought they had a lot of possession and they kept the ball, but I just thought we were the more dangerous team. We looked more likely to score even a second one.
It was a great chance to compare 2 great players, Ronaldo and Messi. You would favour Ronaldo, presumably, in any argument about who's the best player in the world?
Well, I think anyone who saw the two legs would have to say that Messi is such a unique football player. I think technically he could be one of the best, if not the best technically with the ball. But I just think Ronnie just has so much explosiveness. He has more to his game. He's more dynamic. I think he's got more pace. He can score goals with both feet. I just think he's the more well-rounded player. I think Messi with the ball is an absolute joy to watch, and it's amazing. Everyone seems to know exactly what he's going to do, but he could still get away with it and still do it. And I think all the fans enjoyed watching him.
Come Wednesday night, Chelsea against Liverpool. Did you watch the game? Where were you?
I watched it when it went into extra time. I was hungry, so I had to go out and get some dinner because obviously we've got to have a game on the weekend. So, typical game. They've played each other so many times at this stage, and obviously I think if Liverpool could have won the first game, which it looked very likely to do, then it would possibly win a different outcome. But Chelsea, when it went into extra time, they scored the goals when they needed to.
What are your thoughts now with the Champions League final against Chelsea? It's a mouth-watering prospect.
Well, I think it's going to be a fabulous game, and the thing is with the Champions League final, that differs from these quarterfinals and semi-finals. It's just one leg, it's one game, 90 minutes, and you just go all out. It's the last game of the season, give it everything you have, and hopefully with the football that we've played this season, we'll be able to produce it on a big night, and hopefully we'll have all our key players healthy, and we're very confident that we can do that.
It's been a week that's kind of ebbed and flowed all the way through, and now it's West Ham. What are your thoughts about facing them in the Premier League?
Well, it's a big game. We've got 2 games left in the Premier League, and obviously with losing on the last Premier League game at Chelsea, it'd be nice to get a reaction. And 2 games left, 6 points to play, and we need those 6 points. So we control our destiny, which is the best position to be in, and hopefully we can score a goal early on, because I think people in the stadium will be a bit tense, a bit anxious, obviously, with having to win both games. And like I say, hopefully our home form will continue and we'll win the game.
Just one final question, Owen. 1999, when United won the Champions League, you were just a youngster at Bayern Munich. Can you remember much about the day? Where were you and so on?
I was in the stadium, actually. I was with the Bayern youth team the day after we were travelling to a youth tournament in Holland, in Rotterdam, and I was in the crowd behind the goal, the opposite goal where they scored their goals, Man United, and it was a game where Bayern Munich were quite comfortable and were the better side pretty much throughout the game, but I think they made some changes toward the end, changed some players, and they seemed to lose a bit of the balance, and obviously 2 goals in such a quick succession. I was completely shocked, and I had screamed so much throughout the game I didn't have a voice after, and I think we just sat there in shock, really, because it was such a surprise, really, to score 2 goals in such a big game last minute, and obviously disappointing for Bayern Munich, but a fabulous night for Man United. We had a final basically 2 years after that, which was very difficult to get to, and I think the determination in that squad, in that team at the time was, we needed to win after losing the final in '99. So, I've been very impressed with the balance of this squad. But I think not only talent-wise, but I think from the people, from the personalities within this squad, I just think they all seem to mesh together extremely well. Although a lot of the lads are foreign, and I've never been in a team where there's really one common goal objective, and I think that's why we are where we are at the moment.